I've been ignoring these devices for years. Screen touch, screen controller, whatever you want to call them. I always thought they are for streamers, not for me, but turns out I was completely wrong, and if you've been thinking the same thing, you are probably missing out too. So about a month ago, FIFINE sent me an email. They wanted me to review this D6 screen controller and said it can help with productivity. And my first thought, how is a streaming device going to help me? I don't stream, but I look into it and wow, I can see that people are using these for productivity setups. Then I was like, oh, this isn't just for streaming, so I said yes, and 3 weeks later it's changed how I work. This is a FIFINE D6. You get a manual, a USB cable, and a controller with 15 programmable keys with adjustable RGB light. Each button can do basically anything. The software is very straightforward. You can run script, you can open website, you can trigger keyboard shortcuts, paste tests, etc. You can just drag action onto the buttons and set it up however you want. Alright, so this is my setup after 3 weeks. I've got my most visited website, Notion pages, Eject internet drive, frequently use Emoji to load a screen, Clipboard history, album music playlist, and toggle play pause music. And now let me show you how this changed my daily workflow. Alright, the first one is the music control. I listen to Apple Music all day, but here's what happens. I open a YouTube video to check something, and now there are 2 things playing at once. So I hit the pause button on my keyboard to start the music, but it pauses YouTube instead because the keyboard targets wherever most recent. So now I had to go up here to the control center, scroll through the list to find the Apple Music, click on it and then pause. But now only 1 button. Music pauses instantly, doesn't matter if I have YouTube open or wherever, this button only controls Apple Music. So how I set this up is I just asked ChatGPT to write an Apple script for me to toggle the play pause Apple Music. Then in the FIFINE software, I set this button to run the script, and I set the icon to what I like, and that's it. I also added 2 more buttons for my playlist, one for my lo-fi playlist and one for my most replayed playlist from this year. One click instead of opening Apple Music and searching for the playlist. Totally a game changer. Next is ejecting my SD card and internet drive. Normally when I want to eject, I need to go to Finder, find a drive and click eject. Now it's done in 1 click. I have 3 buttons set up, and same thing, another Apple script to tell macOS to eject a specific drive by the name, and set the button to run the script, and done. Next is Clipboard history. The latest macOS version Tahoe now finally have a feature called Clipboard history that stores all the copy items such as text and images instead of just the single-less item that a standard clipboard keeps. But to access it, I have to press Command Space to open Spotlight and then Command 4 to open the clipboard. Now it's just 1 click and I can see all the clipboard history. Totally a game changer. How I set it up is again another Apple script. It automates 2 shortcuts with a small delay between them, and I just set that button and it's good to go. Next is to lock my stream when I step away from my desk. I could use the keyboard shortcut Control Command Q, but this is just faster and more satisfying. Just 1 click and it locks the screen. Again, another Apple script, and I set a button in the FIFINE to run the script. Next are quick emoji that I use all the time, mostly when I chat with my friends. So instead of opening emoji picker and pick one by one, it just 1 click to insert emoji. For this, I use the text action in FIFINE software and put an emoji there, so when I click the button, it pastes the text, which is emoji in this case. Next, Notion pages. I have 2 pages that I use most frequently. So instead of opening Notion and searching for them for a sidebar, now just 1 click and I'm there. And the last one are my most visited website. Normally I will open Safari and then either type the URL or search through my bookmarks. Now just 1 click and I'm there no matter where I'm from. Again, same thing, I just paste the website URL in the FIFINE software and that's about it. Okay, now it is essential. Not really. Could you live without it? Obviously I did it for years, but here's my honest take after 3 weeks. It's one of these tools that doesn't feel like you need it until you actually use it. Then you realize how many small interruptions it eliminates. So if you're someone who's always looking for ways to optimize your workflow, who get frustrated by repetitive tasks, and yes, this might be exactly what you didn't know you needed. For me, this is gonna be my essential in my productivity desk setup. Alright, so this is about that FIFINE D6, and as always, thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.